I overheard my girlfriend harshly mocking me in front of her best friend. My girlfriend's name is Jenna. She's 28 and we've been together for a little over 2 years. I'm 33, a veterinarian, and we met at my work. She had just moved to town and brought her dog in for an ear infection. We started talking, and what was supposed to be a 15-minute appointment turned into an hour-long conversation. I had never been so captivated by a woman before. Yeah, I was living the bachelor life, and I had started thinking I'd stay single forever. My lifestyle of casual, fleeting relationships was getting boring and empty. Jenna is a charismatic woman with a lot of friends. Her best friend is a guy named Dylan, whom she's known for a long time. I trust Jenna, but I'd be lying if I said their relationship doesn't bother me at all. I'm not angry or fighting with her over it. She assured me they've been lifelong friends and never had anything sexual between them. I'm confident enough to accept their friendship. I even tried to befriend Dylan. He's visited our city 3 times, and he's a cool guy. But it seems like he's not very fond of me. Jenna says he's just protective of her, but in my opinion, it's more like jealousy than protection. Jenna just finished graduate school this spring and had a hard time finding a job. We've lived together for a year now, and I understand she can't help with rent and other expenses yet. I'm financially stable, so it's not a problem. However, I don't want her to become complacent in her job search, because I believe everyone should have financial independence. So, I made it clear that she needs to start paying half the expenses once she gets a job. On Monday, she told me she got a job she really wanted. She had to go through a tough interview. I was so happy and proud of her that I decided to leave things at the office with my coworkers and left early without telling Jenna. I bought her favorite alcohol, her favorite Chinese food, and flowers. A few weeks ago, Jenna saw a beautiful necklace in a store that she really liked. It wasn't too expensive but had a shark on it, and she's obsessed with everything shark-related. I bought it and hid it in the basement, planning to surprise her later when she forgot about it. When I came home, I went through the side entrance to the basement to grab the necklace and surprise her. As I climbed the stairs and opened the door, I overheard Jenna talking on the phone. Normally, I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I heard her laughing until she was in tears. It was cute, so I decided to wait until she finished so I could surprise her. She was talking to Dylan. Nothing unusual, they talk at least once a week. But then I heard what they were laughing about. It took me a few moments to realize she was mocking our intimate life. She said something like, "No, he's nowhere near as good as my ex. My ex had at least 8 centimeters more. Every time I eat a little carrot, I feel sorry for him because it must be traumatic to have it bitten off at the same size. That would be almost cute if it weren't so awful. He's got a great body when he's not taking his boxers off." Lots of laughs. Listen, I don't care what people on the internet think about the size of my manhood, but I think it's important to say that what she was laughing at wasn't even true. That, to me, makes her words even more painful. I don't know anything about her ex. Maybe he was huge, but I'm average-sized, just good old average. I won't sugarcoat it, it's nothing extraordinary but also not a joke. Hearing my girlfriend discuss me with her friend, whom I already have doubts about, was just beyond hurtful. Hurtful doesn't even begin to describe how I feel. She also mocked me for being handsome but not very smart. I'm actually very educated, and that doesn't bother me at all. I know I'm smart, handsome, and very smart with an average-sized penis. After that, I just left. Did I throw the flowers out of the car window? Yes. Did I cry in the parking lot? Yes. I think she heard the basement door close or maybe saw my car leaving because she quickly started texting me, asking when I'd be home. This happened on Monday, and I still haven't brought it up with her. I don't know how to start the conversation. I think I'm still processing what happened. It's horribly awkward and painful, but damn, I love this girl. I know I need to talk to her about it, but how? Do you have any advice on how to start this conversation? I'm really hurt and unsure if I'll be able to forgive her for this. Edited to add, I definitely plan to break up with Jenna. Today, I met with 3 friends for beers and told them what happened. Their opinion matched yours. Break up, and do it quickly. I called my mom and told her everything. Yeah, I told her everything, even though it was embarrassing. We're really close, and I wanted to explain it all to her. I'd never heard her so angry before. She knew I bought a ring for Jenna. I'll update when I do it, probably tomorrow. Emotionally, I'm going to be pretty broken. Thanks again for all the comments and support messages. I didn't expect so many people to be on my side. Update, so, I showed strength and broke up with Jenna Thursday evening. Honestly, those were some of the most dramatic days of my life. I was completely twisted by Jenna's side. It all turned out pretty ugly. Sorry for the long text, but a lot happened. On the advice of friends, my mom, my brother, and many of you, I decided to meet her in a public place. The logic was that someone who can be so cruel and deceitful could potentially turn everything upside down and claim she left me because I hit her or some other nonsense. I'd like to believe she wouldn't do anything like that, but who knows, especially after everything that happened. Better safe than sorry. I thought I'd just pack her things and break up without explanation, but after 2 years together, I decided it'd be better to talk to her calmly and hear her out if she has an explanation. Even if it wouldn't change my decision to break up, I wanted to hear her. So, I took her to a wine bar downtown where they have small private booths with curtains. Since Monday, Jenna has acted like an angel. That suggests 3 possibilities. F. She feels guilty for her vile behavior. B. She thought I might have overheard her. Or C. She noticed I was distant and had no idea why. She dressed up nicely, and despite everything that happened, I have to admit she looked amazing. Jenna was very affectionate and kept making ambiguous comments about what she wanted to do with me later, usually something like, "My precious little baby carrot." Yeah, I can still joke about it. But given the current circumstances, hearing that was tough, and staying calm was hard too. I rehearsed what I was going to say many times. So, as soon as we sat down and our wine was served, I started talking. I don't remember the words exactly because adrenaline was off the charts, but I began by telling her how much I love her, that she was the only woman I ever felt such a deep connection with, that I completely opened up and trusted her. I told her she was the only woman I'd thought about marrying, the one I'd gone ring shopping for. I didn't mention that I already bought the ring or that I really imagined us having kids in the next few years. She kept interrupting me with things like, "Oh, how sweet," or telling me how much she loves me. Then I looked her straight in the eyes and asked her outright, if she loved me so much, why did she mock me so horribly in front of us, in front of her friend? The expression on her face gave me some satisfaction. As expected, Jenna first denied everything and pretended she had no idea what I was talking about. She said Dylan knew how much she loved me and that she never mocked me when talking to him. I just looked at her and said, "Come on, Jenna." Even after I told her I came home early on Monday and heard everything, she kept denying it. It was quite irritating calmness. I just told her we both know she's lying and what she said was unforgivable. I can't understand why she said those things, especially since she was lying just to laugh at me. Jenna kept denying and pretending I was crazy. She said she loved me so much she was never unhappy with our intimate life, that she'd never complain about my size, that she knows how smart and caring I am, and that's why she loves me. If I hadn't heard it with my own ears, I'd believe her. She deserves an Oscar for that performance. Some commenters asked if I'm sure she was talking about me. When she mentioned her ex and his Kraken, she mentioned my name comparing me to him. I am absolutely sure she was talking about me and lying to my face. I told her I'd drive us home so she could grab the essentials from her stuff. My brother and his wife would be home too. I wanted witnesses to confirm that I let her take her things and didn't do anything aggressive. I said I'd pack the rest and leave it outside so she could take it when convenient. Jenna was shocked that I was actually breaking up with her. She begged me to reconsider, but the decision was made, and I wasn't going to change it. It was hard to hold back tears when she said she wanted to be with me all her life and planned to be the mother of my children. She kept asking what she should do now and where she would sleep. I told her it was no longer my problem and that she had plenty of friends to stay with until she found a place. Almost all the furniture and decor in my place was hers. She only needed to take clothes, toiletries, and small stuff. All the home renovations she did were at my expense. Then came the tears. Jenna started crying and said she didn't understand how I could treat her that way. She repeated a million times that she thought I was a good guy. I said, "I am a good guy. That's why I didn't throw your stuff out on the lawn, change the locks, or gave you any explanations." And I swear, this woman managed to stab the knife in deeper. She said she didn't know why she told Dylan all those things but finally admitted it was because with Dylan, she could laugh about things that would otherwise make her cry. Apparently, it was about my penis. Normally, I don't stoop to nasty comments, but I told her she could go back to her hometown and live with her ex with his 23 centimeters penis. It was striking to see how quickly her tears disappeared. Obviously, I'm a jerk. I don't know how to deal with women. I'm a loser. I have a small dick. I'll be alone forever. She never really loved me and saw me more as a friend but didn't want to hurt me, so she stayed. Makes sense. She said if I'd propose to her, she'd call me a loser and a jerk again. And in case I didn't get it the first time, she confirmed again that she meant her comparison of my genitals to a baby carrot. Oh yeah, and she said I'd die alone. I told her I'd rather die alone than married to a woman who doesn't love or respect me. No joke. She started screaming, not saying words but making a long, incredibly loud scream. It was scary. Then she ran out calling me a disgusting pig. After paying the bill and apologizing to the waiter for the drama, I went outside and saw Jenna just standing and crying. I get that what she did was awful and everything she said in the last few minutes was awful too, but I still felt bad seeing her like that. I didn't want to just leave her outside. It was already pretty cold, so I told her I could drive her back home to gather her things, but she had to leave and stay somewhere else afterward. She agreed. We drove in silence. It was an incredibly awkward ride. When we got home, my brother and his wife were there. His wife stayed inside while Jenna packed her stuff, and my brother waited outside with me. The process went pretty calmly. Music. I told Jenna her things were waiting for her on the porch and that she should pick them up while I'm at work all day. Jenna didn't contact me until it was time for me to get back from work. She sent a pretty nasty message wishing me, I think, all the bad things you could wish on someone. I didn't respond. When I got home, I found real chaos. Everything was broken. I don't know if Jenna made a duplicate key without me knowing or if she knows how to pick locks, but she somehow got into the house and trashed it. She broke irreplaceable things, tore up furniture, clogged the kitchen. Everything was destroyed. The only good thing she did was lock my 2 dogs in one of the rooms, probably so they wouldn't cut themselves on broken glass or eat food. I have 2 cars, one for everyday use and an SUV for work. I use the SUV for house calls when I need to transport large or exotic animals to the clinic. Amidst all this drama, I forgot I gave her keys to the SUV in case she ever had an emergency. I went out to check the car, and she destroyed that too. Inside was spilled flour and tomato sauce. Things are just things. I guess what shocked me more was that she could do something so childish and disgusting after everything. I was just in shock. Just last weekend, I took her to a play, we hung out with friends, played Monopoly, even invented our own drinking game, watched Netflix, and made love a few times. And now my house and car are trashed, and I'm a complete mess. It's amazing how much everything can change in such a short time. Not my finest moment, but I was so angry that I immediately went to Costco's website and ordered 20 bags of small carrots, each weighing 2 kilograms, addressed to Jenna at her friend's place, 40 kilograms of mini carrots delivered within an hour. That night, I got tons of interesting and insulting messages from Jenna. Yeah, it was petty, but I don't regret it, except it was a waste of food. Hopefully, she donates the carrots or cooks something with them. That's it. I blocked Jenna. She's really cruel, and I know I deserve better. Since Monday, I've been thinking a lot about myself as a partner and trying to understand what might have caused Jenna's obvious resentment or dissatisfaction with me. To be 100% honest, I work a lot, try to make time for everyone I love, and avoid bringing negativity home if I had a tough day at work. But sometimes it happens, I admit it. Jenna and I argued about it before, and I really tried to structure my day to come home at a reasonable time and leave bad days at work behind. But anyone who's a vet or knows someone in this field understands we're always on call for emergencies. Sometimes we have patients to check on or stay overnight with. Taking a day off can be possible, but it's difficult. I have an incredible staff who can handle most situations, but even on vacation or a day off, I still get calls or messages. I'm sure there were times Jenna felt second to my work. I know she told me that herself. I tried to change things, but there's a limit to what can be done. As far as I remember, I was never intentionally mean or rude to Jenna. There were bad days when I was irritated or distant. We had arguments and disagreements, but nothing unhealthy or toxic. I really thought we had a strong relationship and that we were both happy. I definitely was happy. It's hard not to doubt yourself and wonder if you really disappointed or neglected her so much that she felt unloved enough to do this. I don't know. But I do know that regardless of that, her words and behavior were completely unacceptable. I didn't deserve it, and that's on her conscience. Quick update, I filed a police report and took pictures of the damage to my house, hoping it will help compensate at least part of the losses through insurance. As for the police, it's unlikely anything will come of it since I can't prove it was Jenna. Honestly, I don't want to see her again. I hope insurance covers the damage, and I'll just move on. That's it. Please leave your thoughts about this story in the comments. Of course, every time you hear stories like this, you wonder, is your girlfriend really good or will she do the same? Anyway, thanks for watching this video till the end. Check out our previous video here and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this.